Welcome back, guys. Sorry about that delay. We had to get Hastro on Skype.
Yep.
He's a very important person.
That's right.
Yes.
Very important guy. A fighter for the Call of Duty community.
Now, before we get this interview started with Hastro, I want to make a public challenge to all of you Call of Duty kids out there. Right now, we're sitting around 2,500 viewers. Not bad.
Not bad. We
Not
could
bad
be
for a
we could
pilot.
do better.
But bullshit. Let's get to 5,000. Spread the word. Get on Twitter. Hit up AIM. I don't know who uses that ananymore, but
MySpace.
Hit all of your buddies. Facebook it. Whatever you want to do. Just send people to MLG.TV or Twitch.tv, MLG_live. All right.
Yep.
It is time to talk about this week's patch notes. We've got all kinds of changes going online.
Yep.
Trying to make the game better, which I really like to see here. We got a little bit of work here from the devs, and it all started on Friday of last week, December 9th. They had additional improvements to address lag, fix for melee jump, clan tag validation, improve host migration, and prevent stat loss.
Yeah.
That was last Friday.
That was last Friday.
But let's talk this week.
This week, though, we have, I think, Monday on the 12th, they had the fire rate normalization, FMG rebalancing for both Akimbo and just the regular FMG, some shotgun balance issues with the extended mags, also Type 95 balancing, which is pretty interesting since that was like the dominant gun.
Nerfing.
Right. Nerfing. And ACR with red dot shotgun, it was like some kind of situation there, as well as a Type 95 bug related to dropping it. So not, and of course the exploits on Dome, but obviously there's still much work to be done.
Absolutely.
You know, still there needs to be a balancing on the spawns and all that stuff. Like any game, you know, they have to continue to work on it, which at least they're making a conscious effort to do so. So I give them credit on that at least.
Well, I do want to get your take, Mr. Hastro, as we bring you up on Skype. Hastro, lots of stuff went down on Monday, but does any of it really help us here at MLG and competitive Call of Duty?
Oh, well, you know, some of these things that they've tweaked here are mainly geared towards fixing the game as a whole for the whole community. So not too much here that we're really interested in besides maybe balancing the weapons a little bit. They did that with the FMGs, even though I don't even see machine pistols really being a viable option for us in our rule set anyway. Yeah. But the Type 95 hip fire being nerfed, that's a good thing for our community. So that's one thing that they did that helped us out. But one thing that they did mention was they went ahead and said that they are still planning on addressing the spawn system, which is a major issue for us, as well as lag compensation and host advantage / disadvantage. So that's something that's going to help the pro players and the competitive community as a whole online when they're playing and practicing and getting in their matches. That some of that lag has been a little brutal on Modern Warfare 3 so far, but mainly I'm looking for the spawn system fixes as well as them elevating the LAN settings as a priority over there at the studio.
Yeah, honestly, Goldenboy, I know you want to talk about LAN here. We all expected it to come out of box. They said they're going to put it in, make the tweaks, but we still haven't heard or seen anything real yet.
Yeah. Well, I think, you know, one of the things is that Infinity Ward has a track record for not putting LAN in the game. I mean, I don't want to be blunt, but you have to be. You know, that's why I love Treyarch. They supported us. But at the same time, though, we have to support Infinity Ward, and we have to let them know, hey, listen, we want a viable LAN system. So let's make that happen. And I think Hastro's done a great job of reaching out to 402. Hastro, if I'm correct, you actually, you know, got a few tweets back from Robert Bowling, and it seemed pretty hopeful, correct?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and tell you how that happened, actually. What happened was
you're awesome.
He made the mistake of actually giving me his cell phone number like maybe a year and a half ago or so, and I haven't ever used it. And then I started bugging him on his cell phone. I texted him one time, you know, went at it with a good text and just said, hey, you know, Black Ops is over with right now. What's the deal? What are your plans? And he didn't respond to me, and then I hit him with one more text. You know, a week later, and then tweeted at him, and I think that's what got his response. He wanted me to shut up and quit texting his cell phone.
Quit tweet me, bro.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I think that he has the right idea, and when we met at Call of Duty XP, he was really receptive as well, and he actually took down notes. So that's you know, it's a step in the right direction. As always, it's not just 402 who's responsible for making the changes happen for our game. It really does go up among the food chain over there at Activision and Infinity Ward, and there's a lot of money that goes into actually patching the game, and there's a lot of, you know, development behind the scenes that goes into fixing the things that we need And hopefully, once they do this last one here on Modern Warfare 3 in the future, Call of Duty titles, I think we're going to see that as they ship those titles, they're going to be a lot better for us because we've kind of stood up as a community and asked for a lot of changes.
Got it. Well, Mike, we have about 5 more minutes with you. I want to wrap up this whole patch updates and what's going to be fixed to Call of Duty. If the Call of Duty community wants to see some more changes, is there any one single place that we should send everybody to go beg, basically, for these changes to be implemented?
Yeah, you know, I mean, I think you guys can all tweet at 402. I mean, you guys can do it tonight if you want. One other thing that we needed, I want to mention that he actually didn't put on the priority list was the 1.5-minute search and destroy round.
Yes.
Actually, right now in the game, in our private match and LAN settings, we can only take the search and destroy round timer down to 2 minutes and 30 seconds. We need to have that option to take it all the way down to 1 minute and 30 seconds. And so the things that you guys should be tweeting at him about are we need a pre-round countdown timer. We need options for 15. Well, actually, we really need it to be 30, 45, and 60-second pre-round countdown timer on System Link. We need the search and destroy round time to be down to 1.5 minutes, have the option to go down to 1.5 minutes. And we also are going to need everything unlocked on LAN. And those are pretty much the 3 most key factors into allowing us to play the game like we did Black Ops the past season on the MLG Pro Circuit.
All right, well, Hastro, thank you for sending us there. That's 402, guys. Make sure to hit him up on Twitter. Hastro, before you go, though, we got to talk about things. You have been a very busy man. We saw a little bit of Eon work going on there.
Yeah.
You've been traveling all over the place, talking to almost every media outlet, and I hear that today you are talking to some of the biggest publishers or media outlets out there in the world. Who are you talking to?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I recently had the chance to work with a new sponsor, Gamma PTF, and they put us in touch with ESPN. So ESPN, the magazine, and ESPN.com actually did an interview with myself and Neighbor this morning. So that's pretty monumental in the world of esports. I mean, being able to have a media outlet like ESPN come in and ask you a ton of questions and kind of get into the scene, I mean, that's a really cool thing. So that was awesome. I mean, this morning was just, I was totally flattered to be interviewed by them.
Got to give a big shout out to the guys at Gamma for helping us make esports grow and making things better for everyone out there in the esports world. Hastro, final question. Your team, Envious, is about to face off against Ninjas in Pajamas in our first show match of the season. I know you used to commentate MLG Live for me back when I was just a producer. Tonight, I'm commentating, and I'm rooting for your team. I'm not going to lie, Nips. Mike, what's your prediction?
You know, there are some good players on the other team, but I think our team hasn't been one of those teams that's been sleeping Goldenboy, just so you know. I mean, we're just actually playing the game for fun right now. We don't really have a set pro roster or anything, but the players that are playing in this match tonight have been having a great time. We've been competing on game battles a lot. These guys have been playing quite a bit. I wouldn't say a lot, but they are a first page team. They were on like a 40-some-odd game winning streak. They took a loss last night to Mutation and those guys on game battles. But, you know, of course, they're going to win this one.
All right. Well, if anything, you know, I mean, of course, we're always looking forward to seeing Envy play, which is awesome. And I think we have a little show match to commentate, Puckett.
Yeah, I think it's time. Mike, thank you so much. Big shout out to Mike Rufail. Make sure you guys follow him on Twitter. That is HASTR0. So thanks once again to Mr. Hastro. Guys, that is going to do it for our first segment. That means that I get to rip up this piece of paper as we go in to our next segment. It's the show match from our Search and Destroy only tournament on GameBattles.com. Envious is facing off against Nips after this.